Hey guys, welcome back to Project Blue build series, or some people now call it Big Blue. So if you've been following along, and hopefully you have, the link is below in the description to the whole playlist. We are putting a full electric setup in a 104-inch Extreme Flight Extra, because why not? But in this video, what we're going to do is actually, before we mount the Stinger into the 104, we're going to compare all the components of an equivalent petrol setup. So I have here a GP123 and a whole bunch of components for it: manifolds, exhaust, ignition system, fuel tank and bits. And we're going to compare the all up weight to the Stinger system with the Eco Drift and of course ESC, etc. That's what we're doing. Why not? Let's go for it. Okay, so first up, let me show you what I have on the bench. So we have a couple of batteries, 12S, I'll cover those in more detail shortly. I have the Stinger system with the Eco Drift already mounted. I have the ESC and some bolts and bits and pieces for the prop. Set of scales, very important. Then on the right hand side, I have a brand new GP123, the ignition system with some bolts and bits and pieces. Servo, of course, for the throttle, a couple of manifolds and clamps, and a couple of pipes, and of course a fuel tank as well. Oh, and the filler. What I don't have is the standoffs, so I've taken the standoff off of the Stinger system. We won't be weighing those, but we're going to weigh everything else, chuck it down on a notepad, petrol versus electric, and just see what it comes out to. So let's get started. Okay guys, so hopefully this camera angle works. Maybe that's better. I don't know, that would do. So let's start off first. I think we'll just weigh some of the electric components we have and we'll write those down, because there's far more petrol components than there are electric. I've done this already in one of the build videos, but let's just do it again. So 1.442 kilograms. Let's get that written down. Stinger 1.442 kg. Let's move that off. Go on to the ESC. And guys, this is best I can do it with these scales, so bear with me on that. 217 ESC, 217 grams, of course. I'll throw these up on the screen as we're going along, try and get a tally going. Look, this is, some of these are spare bolts, but I'm just going to weigh the lot rather than go through them in the package as well. Not going to make a great deal of difference. 55 grams. 4 grams, 54 grams. Bolts. Okay, and then batteries. So I currently have, obviously batteries is going to make a big difference in this setup. I kind of have two 6S HRB 6000s. Now I'm probably going to run this on 8000s in all fairness. So let's make a little bit of allowance for that. Perhaps I'll look on the website and find out what the equivalent weight is of the 8000s. But for now, let's just throw these on the scales. Heavier than the actual unit itself at 1.6 kilograms. 1.638 kg, so that's bats. Now I think that's pretty much it for the electric side. Obviously I'm going to have power box, that'd be the same on both sides. Receiver batteries and all the other gubbins will be the same. Don't think I've missed anything else out there. So let's chuck that to one side. So that is the electric weigh-in pretty much complete. Now let's carry on going. Such a weird angle, why am I doing like this? Let's carry on going to the weight of the GP. Now that's, I mean, it's a good engine, isn't it? Let's have a look. 2.368. It's a GP123. 2.368 kilograms. So that already is almost a whole kilogram more than the Sting unit with the motor. I'm going to need some nose weights. Should consider that as well actually for the final review. I think I will work out how much nose weight I put in when we come to balance the model, add that in as well, because that's fair. If you need to add weight to the model to fly on a different setup, you should include that. Let's carry on. Bits. We've got here, we've got the ignition system, and that's 194 grams. Ignition, 194 grams. Oh, there's bits left out there. We'll leave it 194. Bolts and bits, plugs, 117. Bolts plus plugs, 117. Let's try and, I just put a servo in. Okay, it's still got a rod connected to it, but let's call that 85 for the throttle servo. Okay, let's weigh some of the stuff together. So manifolds with the clips and the connectors, 337 manifolds. Let's chuck in the tank. Now I haven't included the fuel tubing, and that's purely because I don't think I have any around. So fuel tube would add a little bit on there, but I will include filler cap, dual filler cap, because this was going to have smoke in it. 152. So call that tank. And of course we have the pipes. Okay, let's touch in the call it 612. I appreciate I was just touching the bench there. 612 grams for pipes. Now what haven't I included? I haven't included the standoffs. So these are the ones for the Stinger, but I don't have the equivalent ones for the GP123 at the moment. Let's just see what these are. 129 grams. Let's make a note of those anyway on the electric side. Standoffs, 129 grams. Right, anything I've forgotten? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so let's add this up quickly. Yes, I'm using a calculator. Do the easy one first. 1442, 217 for the ESC, 54 for the bolts, 1638 for the batteries. I'll leave standoff off. So that's 3.351 kilograms on the electric side. And that's now was through the petrol side. 2368 grams for the engine, 194 for the ignition system, 117 for some bolts, 85 for the servo, 347 for the manifolds, 152 for the tank, pipes 612, 3.865. That's quite surprising, in fairness. So we're looking at, let's just round it up to the nearest 100. So we're saying 3.9 kilograms all in for the petrol side, and we're saying 3.4 kilograms all in for the electric side. Now I actually thought it was going to be a much bigger difference than that, because the engine itself, the Great Power 123, is 2.4 by itself. But what really throws it out is the batteries. So the batteries are, these particular batteries, the HRBs, are coming in at 1.6 kilograms. So it'd be interesting to go and look up the specs of the 8000s to see how much that aligns it. So we're currently doing 3.9 on the petrol side versus 3.3 on the electric. But of course it's not just about weight, it's also about power. Yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll go and find out the spec of the batteries. Let's do that now really quick. Okay, so they were a little bit difficult to find, to be honest with you, but I found some on Amazon. I want to stick to HRB packs, that's what I have here. HRB 8000s here, they're saying they weigh, where is it? 1.1 kilograms each. So 2.2 for two to get 12S. Now that is a lot of weight. I'll throw that up on the screen so you guys can see it. Slightly shocked to that. Just see if I can find a different make battery. 6S 8000 milliamps. G probably going to be heavy. So they're 1.1. Alright, so I've just compared it to a different make and they are about the same weight. So let's just throw that in. Let's redo the maths and throw that in. So let's do two 8000 packs. So that would be at, call it 2.300 grams. Bats at 8000. So let's re-add up the electric setup, but with the heavier batteries. Yes, I do need a calculator. So the StinGR unit 1442 plus ESC 217 plus some bolts plus, rather than 1.6 on the batteries, we're now going to go to 2.3, 2300. And I'm going to leave the standoffs out, which we did last time. So that now comes in, rather than 3.3 kilograms, we're now coming in pretty much 4 kilograms square with the 8000 packs. My handwriting's terrible. Okay, so really surprising. So it's the batteries that really do change things. Look, I'm not biased. This is a brand new setup for me going electric. This is the first time I've done it. You know, my other 104 inch has got the DA in it. Of course, I haven't thought about fuel. So petrol setup is going to have full tank when we take off, very much less when we land, so the weight is changing in the air. But the takeoff weight is probably going to be very, very, very similar, I would suggest. So 3.8 on the petrol side. Where am I? 4 kilograms on the electric side. That's interesting. Hey guys, I just realised I made a mistake. I was busy cracking on with the next part of the build and Jim actually texted me, Jim Kit, who sells the StinGR unit, who designed it, and said don't forget to weigh the props. So I've already recorded the video, but now I'm going back and add this bit to the end. So I have a 28 by 13E prop, Falcon prop, which I'm going to use on the StinGR system. And I also have a spare 28 by, what's this, 12? 28 by 11 prop, which would have been on the GP123. So let's get the weights of those and add them on as well. So a bit rough and ready. Let's get it done. Love the Falcon props. Turn the scales on. $122 on the electric. note of that. Prop 122 grams. And then let's gently move that over there. Let's weigh the equivalent. I'm not sure I've opened this one yet. I didn't even think about the prop. Obviously, it's definitely going to play a part. It's noticeably heavier. I've got boxes everywhere. Falcon props are absolutely gorgeous. So this is 28 by 11. 225, wow. So 122 plays 225. Prop. 225 grams. Okay, there we are. I'll re-edit the video, which is what you'll see. Make sure it's on there. Just as you can't see that, it does say 225. Anyway, I'll edit it, make sure it's on there when we go through. But 225 on the petrol side, 122. They're coming about the same. Shocking. As a reminder, I'll be comparing flying this all-electric setup to my same model, Extreme Flight 104-inch version 1 extra, which has got the DA120 in it, compared to this electric setup, and see what they go like. Right, I hope that was useful for somebody. Next time round, we'll be putting this motor in and hopefully finishing off more of the model. See you then. Thanks. Bye.